We have aught we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
I only hope the recipient is pleased with our work.
Right you are. With this, the weapons we sought are all accounted for. Shall we present them to Sir Klaus?
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. You see, one of the children we care for here, Malcolm his name is. He's a steady lad. This building's very old. It could be... Might I impose on you to...
We won't get far with naught to go on. We'd best ask around, see what we can find out.
True enough.
Is it true? Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen over in the tavern about 6 months ago. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The Arisen takes the crown here in Vermund, after all. The fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's favor.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Malcolm? All he's doing of don't know why he bothered.
One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now.
Where could Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get...
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Oh? Did it pertain to the Queen Regent? And an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some...
What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you. The problem is, do you think you could help me? All I need is for true. I'm sure you'll find the Boy, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just... These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you... All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say... But there's the problem. I've been looking all... Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count... I'll be waiting. Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you found... They're hard to find, aren't they?
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Whatever am I
That's my thoughts.
Places such as this ought to be...
I know so little of this world, and of myself.
Is Mel... We were supposed to go exploring together. But I overslept, and he went with... Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those...
Shall we report back now?
I know so little of this world, and of myself, and isn't endless journey.
How much longer I can hold it.
Vaults? But you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad... Come! I fear there's prey. Follow me, and quickly.
Vai.
I believe this is the place to which the children... Look, there, a hole. Could he have... There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. Let us make haste.
Terminando essa
Water
quest
is now
aqui com o
invisible in this room.
magistrado.
No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
You too? Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Trocar.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal...
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. Books, sir. Books, books.
Truly, perhaps we ought to...
We ought not lose sight of our guide.
That's just what I was thinking.
How are we to get through this door? Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Over here.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing?
'Tis quite a finding. Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This... Might I ask that you not share? We cannot allow the knowledge. We ought to entrust its care. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else.
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, let's investigate this place's secrets.
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
That's just what I was thinking.
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where... enemy might conceal themselves here.
Let us proceed with caution.
Recuperei os 1000 ouros.
Lucky us. That's worth taking.
Agora vamos lá pegar o magistrado.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
I grant you lightning's fangs. You would have us press on without delay? By your will, Arisen.
Where you do not fall prey to the enemy's attack as we pass.
I knew it to be so.
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow. And mind the ceiling.
Pray, speak up should you notice aught amiss.
Eu nem te falo nada, viu, Nathan?
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
Must be vigilant. Townspeople. Fields here if you know one about.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm. I'm in picking a few.
Always another errand to see to.
I fancy a kip. But not at the expense of my duty.
Now, who to talk with first?
about this?
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
Such peace, reign eternal.
So, it was not to be.
Well, oh, to think such a place. Guide me outside, then.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are Arisen, words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Tis a dreary life, this, for all its comforts. Anything's better than this.
All
Even
this
the grave.
patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm...
Why is this so silly? It is a fine thing. I don't know.
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start? Come back any time. Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, it seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. the man's dedication to justice, mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might acknowledge that. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand.
We'd best see to it post-haste, ere we forget.
Indeed, you are correct. With this, the weapons we sought are all accounted for. Shall we present them to Sir Klaus? Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour? Always a pleasure.
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look?
Need anything?
Caralho, mano.
Many thanks. Need anything?
Around, gather round.
you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot. We have arrived.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Will that be all then? Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Always a pleasure. Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered? Will that be all then? Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Always a pleasure.
I'll feel a sight better when I have my dinner. Thought of import everything. Yeah.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at...
Up we go. We can expect a busy night.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Ready to forge on?
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Need anything? Many thanks. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Well then, stomach's growling. Time for an early supper.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Lots to do. Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we all shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve...
Ah, how I've...
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Vamos.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by... The Goblin's Lair lies... I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know somewhat. The Goblin's Lair... I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends.
Look, Master, a treasure...
Need anything? Stop by again soon. Might as well take a look while you're... Here, eh? Stop by again soon.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
I expect this ore will suffice for the silver stone Miss Daphne requested. Let us deliver it to her now.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you... Oh, just say, aren't you curious who I want? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't... Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand of... I want to tell them how grateful I... Oh, it's so shiny. Oh... Oh...
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
Indeed, you are correct.
Vamos. Peraí. Pior que eu acho que eu já vi. Acho que eu vendi essa espada, mano.
My legs are stiff as boards after training.
It is quiet about. I'll feel a sight better once I've had my dinner.
Eu acho que eu vendi, mano, essa espada. Na moral. Eu acho que. Caramba. Eu vou lá. Mas eu acho que eu vendi essa espada. Eu acho que eu vendi, mas tudo bem.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a last.
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
I wish I knew your restraint, Arisen. Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Hope this job plays out better than the last.
understand.
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be sure.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Here, strike with lightning on your side.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
That is most fortuitous.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible. You must cleanse yourself of that oil post-haste.
I shan't let it harm you.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Aqui de novo.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
This is just the sort of place that begs exploring.
Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard.
'Tis easily done.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
As a matter of fact, curious thing, one of my former masters chose to hire only me.
You've given me much to think about.
Wait right there.
perdi ou eu vendi essa.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Acho que o que aconteceu foi isso. Espadão. Queria jogar de espadão mesmo.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
I can scarcely see a thing in the smoke. We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Why are you doing this, Arisen? A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll...
Come to test your wits. The parent knows that I am a lost child. For so bring to me my parent, that I'm... And you claim this to be the parent I seek. Indeed, you are correct. You have proven your wits, and so I shall bestow upon you a prize. Collect it from yon chest at your leisure.
A resounding success!
Come to test your wits. Life is an enigma, a lender of... So grant to me what you most prize, and thence elude your ponderous demise. So, this is your prized possession. Do you consent to give it to me?
Cara de louca, né?
Well, well. Very good. That's the spirit. Such generosity deserves a reward, methinks. Why don't you take a peek?
Agora tem duas aqui, beleza. Aí, ó. Deixa eu aqui de novo.
Tis done, Master. Now a ferry stone can whisk us here whensoever we desire.
Só que eu não vou iniciar o outro enigma porque eu não lembro onde que tá a primeira... A porra da primeira pedra dessa aqui, ó. Eu vou pra Verne War. Agora vou lá na minha casa.
Nice to see you again.
Time to be heading home.
Customers who stop by
Eu acho que se eu comprar um espadão e trazer pra cá, acho que dá certo. Não sei ao certo, mas... Isso é... Então, acho que esse... Nossa... Posto de retiro. Acho que lá em cima...
Tis all rather sudden, but I suppose we've no reason to refuse. Shall we make for the point of departure? Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Pra lá.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
To live to a ripe old age, eat your vegetables.
No shortage of easy marks.
Oh, the sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore.
This ox cart's bound for the... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I can't even think straight.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Wasn't my son bested by the likes of you?
How cruel!
When does my watch end?
Barely scraping by.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrill.
About time you show. Our mission is simple. Sir Augustin will board the ox cart. We must safeguard it from would-be. See to it that none of the Queen Regent's supporters will come for Sir Augustin's head. If this... a quiet day. Come along now. What was that sound? Who's there?
Hold a moment. I'll be handling Augustin's escort from here.
Foul brigand!
There's no need for theatrics. I know your aim here. Ah, here's a surprise. Fair warning, cuz this craven isn't worth.
He speaks madness! Subdue him at once! Ere he...
Why, if 'tisn't Sir Ragnar from the tavern. Now, two parties ask our aid, but which of them more deserving?
The right to decide is yours alone, Master.
You would betray me. Have you lost all?
You believe me then? That's a bit of a relief, actually. Thanks, Kurt.
Curse you! All that planning and... for what?
Phew. I appreciate the confidence, cuz. But I can't linger here, I'm afraid. My apologies. Follow after me, if you can. Succeed, and I'll share the truth of all of this.
I shall stand by you, Master. Whatever you decide. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there. Choppers, Master! Flame is its weakness! I grant you lightning spangs.
Caralho, mano.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. I never would have expected to find a cave in a place like this. Avoid flame at any cost, you have been doused in oil. Master! Master, can you hear me? Are you unharmed?
Pray, seek an exit. I shall search for a way to rejoin you.
We meet again.
Cheio, filho de uma puta.
Hoy there. You seem to have fared better than I did. I took the fall for Augustine, only to find myself still. So long as he escaped, I'd wait. Speaking of, I was to tell you that I'll be glad to oblige you, of course, but we ought to get... Time to get to work.
E aqui, rapaz.
From what I've seen of your skills during that mess in the tavern, and my word ought to carry a fair bit of weight, considering my reputation as a warrior of unparalleled skill. Turns out, as a sellsword proves himself, the list of those who can afford his makes for a duller life. Though I can't say I've any complaints. Still, I hunger for a real battlefield, where a single misstep spell. I'd not say no to a fight with you. Let's have at it when I'm... Mayhap, I'll not give you... I'm not sure what's brought me here. I suppose I'll have a few drinks. That escort mission was a trap concocted entirely for your benefit, you know. It was supposed to... But Augustin is no fool. He had his doubts about his summons to Vermin, and hired me to watch... So I looked into the cart that would be escorting him, and lo and behold, I found your name. But 'twasn't on the list of hired guards, oh no. Rather, your name was on the list of persons to be on guard. In short, you had been called in to act the part. Mark my words, if you'd carried on with them, Augustin would have been slain, and you would have been held responsible. You'd not have stood a chance against all that if it hadn't. Methinks I've earned my pay this time. And then some. I protected my charge and got you away from the scene without your being brand. Now all that remains is to escape this place. I expect we'll find a way out soon enough. Still, I've got to wonder where this craven plot... One thing's for certain. You must... But why? 'Tis not as though you're the arisen true. What? You... 'Tis a small world indeed. I've no business here. Right. Let's press on. Judging from the flow of air here... Well, this is a right awful place to be cut short. At least you made it out all right. Don't worry, after all, I can't afford to die here. We haven't had ourselves a real bout yet. We'll see each other again. You can count on that. And when we do...
He wishes to gaze upon a griffin first-hand. 'Tis a tall ask, but not impossible. Shall we go where we are bid? Follow me, master. I shall guide you to the location.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Reto.
Shall we pay Miss Daphne another visit? I find myself wondering how the young lass fares. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Pray, follow me.
I've just recalled. I found Drake! The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magics. Wait a minute. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
My own master must hear this tactic.
Unbelievable! Think nothing of it.
Allow me. This foe shall fall by my hand. Come, I'll lead the way.
Quest secundária que tem ali.
Well done. Here, strike with lightning on your side. You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Pray, follow me.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
This way, Master.
At once, Master. Most impressive, Master.
Keep on like that and we'll be done here soon enough.
Outstanding. You seem to be trained. Fly off as soon as you can.
Our enemies have grown in number. This battle's end is more distant than I hoped.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found? Well,
I've got wares of every... ilk. Hope to see you again ere long.
A decent spot to make camp, assuming there are no monsters about.
I'm in no need of a rest as yet, Master.
Walking will only exhaust us ere we've reached our destination. Dogma to Saurian territory!
Fire fury sharply and
My magic can view your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Victory to be proud of.
Should you espy any large monsters fallen on the...
If you don't mind.
My thanks. Here, thought you might...
Come, I'll lead the way.
One of our number is unconscious.
Stay right there. I'll be with you in a trice.
Well done.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
A flawless execution. Just think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further.
Pray, follow me.
Look! Oxen! How tranquil.
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be.
I grant you lightning's fangs.
Not bad. Glad to be of service.
I concur.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
One of us is ready.
Let's not be hasty now.
A common reward. Frustration is incredible. Fly off as soon as you can.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. No harm shall come to you.
I suppose there is such a thing as too much sleep.
I will finish this here and now.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Another statue? Mayhap will yield us sort of use.
Why don't we go take a look?
Careful now. You're in fine form today, Arisen.
A few more victories like that and we'll have them running for the hills. Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
This ox cart will not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
If this is where I fall...
Aye, out of the park.
Here, strike with lightning on your side.
Battle is best avoided here.
I'll save you. If you would.
Just yonder looks to be a good... spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
I've got wares of every ilk. I'll be gone on the morrow. Pleasure doing business with you.
Greeting! We see a great many customers given our location, so you're...
Well, hello there. Oh, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the...
Mas 17.000 também é foda, né?
border where quarrels occur every other day. Always a pleasure.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
Spending so freely offers... a unique sort of joy. Let's keep our noses to the grindstone, that we might do it again soon.
Gotta be somewhere to make some
Politics this morning.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
What the? My feet always take me here.
Politics this morning.
Pedir direto, né? Aceita invasão. Briguei, viu?
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside.
We have aught we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
I only hope the recipient is pleased with our work.
Right you are. With this, the weapons we sought are all accounted for. Shall we present them to Sir Klaus? If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way.
The vanguard is yours.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons?
Finalmente. Foi, cara, essa espada.
Marvelous! You may now change your vocation as desired, sir. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our arms shortage is at an end. I dare say the armory will be
Huzzah! You've done it!
We have done what we set out to do. And that is well enough.
That was over in a trice. Where to next?
Might as well take a look while you're here. Eh?
Many thanks.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Ah, excellent thought. Shall we pay Miss Daphne another visit? I find myself wondering how the young lass fares. If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Puta que pariu, depois tá cheio. Cara, eu vou. Ah, entendi.
There are worse things. Now we've... The Vim... Getting proper rest is an important... Ah, how I've longed to...
How are we to fight with such worn out gear?
A pleasant spot to while away an afternoon. I can't stand much more of it.
I don't like this place at all.
Our affair is still not come. I pray this will convey the depth.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better. Yet e'er since he came here,
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health can... There is no medicine that can heal him outright. I am caring for him as best I can. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course.
Home?
Dear, we are pressed.
All right, he stays.
I will look after him.
What should I do?
That woman's taking advantage of us, she is.
Will he truly be all right?
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in not to mention, I have to find the means to procure... Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to... You would procure it yourself. In that case, the slums are a bane to the body's humors. We do what we can with what little. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. If that's not the case, you will have to
Já vou pegar pra você, filha.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Isn't there anything to do? I don't like this place at all.
My head hurts just think.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Ah, but only if you've the time and inclination, of course. As servants of the gracious hand, we yet, at times. Perhaps you will recall the parents, an unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now, even their poor, by chance, he was examined by a roaming man, claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the so he was put into our care.
Here you are, Master.
What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Do you know the river close by the church?
That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so... I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore.
I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place.
Now we seek gold ore. Though it is sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice.
This way, sir. Here he is. This young man, we've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that after all. There is no shortage of ne'er-do-well, but I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now.
Psst! You there. Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by... It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce... See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the... something. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the gracious hand?
Mano, tem alguma coisa errada. Ainda mais que tem esse povo de igreja.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind. Each of our patients deserves our full attention. Would that we had more hands to aid us. Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days. There has been talk of sending him down to the basement. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients. None of the other sisters are permitted entry. Tell Liz, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times, which is to be expected. Those who... and yet...
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
I fear I've much to attend to.
So, a none save the abbess can enter? If you've done this much for me, would you be willing to go further? You've my thanks. Of course, all the better should you find evidence fit to implicate her. See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinel, so I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
'Tis as you say.
The patients in this room must not be disturbed. Leave the...
Calma aqui.
Medicine? Now!
Oh, someone help me.
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
True enough.
Beg pardon, sir, but this room is where our most severe cases convalesce.
Shall we present the evidence we have gathered to Sir Lubomir? I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Here we are.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like Johann and Bruno. I know these two. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you.
Acho que essa missão ela tem tempo.
Sets my thoughts.
pegar ouro.
Might we not seek out the individuals to whom these records of treatment belong, and question them about Lady Elena? I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Boots laced. How will we fight with such I'm ready for patrol.
Over here, if you please.
Vamos.
'Tis this way.
This place offers a view.
Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum.
Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fearsome world.
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it another time.
Elena? Ah, yes. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must you see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker, and in the end I survived. But methinks I was one of the lucky. And once I saw her. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her some. You'd think 'twere medicine. But I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping. Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square, in the eastern part of the common quarter.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person. A saint-like. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place. Dark and shadowy. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled.
Over here.
Did you want something? I've somewhere to be.
Cadê a menina?
Our foes are like to use the dark against us. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
The Arisen is capricious indeed. But don't despair. We shall count upon your guidance when the time comes.
I grant you lightning's fangs.
registrado.
Boy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! This'll be plenty. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to... Thanks. So, remember how I told you about now lots of people who live nearby? The priests have been treating everyone as best they can. I want to help them. Apart from ask you, that is. Would you... Oh, thanks! I'll talk to the priests in the meantime.
Now we've need of...
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Not yet. Fair enough.
Come, I'll lead the way.
Eu aproveito e já passo ali.
It's you again. What are you doing now?
Sure why I'm patrolling, if I'm honest. Surely I can permit myself a...
What was it I had to do?
Why would Lady Elena meet with such a suspicious personage? Mayhap we ought to ascertain the truth with our own eyes. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
I would be glad to demonstrate the efficacy of my mage skills, should you desire magical assistance. Might I be of assistance?
O que você quer?
'Tis good to see you are well.
I have no issue for... Nighttime already? I thought 'twas rather dark.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Feeling rested, I trust?
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
Stay away from me.
I fear I've much to attend to. Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord nicely done. Suppose it can't have...
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to...
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be...
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to...
Glad we understand each other.
Aye, be see...
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phases. What could his aim be, I wonder?
Mystifying.
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Oh, someone help me.
Just remember, I've somewhere to be. Exploring.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just... Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways towards improving life in the slums.
Indeed, you are correct.
Take this. 'Tis something I found. I wanted you to have it.
So little of this world. A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like Johann and Bruno. I recall them being especially... At any rate, they may know... You're back. What? You found... Do you think... Could I trouble you to... Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
Indeed, you are correct.
Oh, sir, pray excuse my boldness, sir. Might I beg a moment of your... My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping... Oh, thank you. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray.
'Twould seem we have what we need to hand. If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Mas é óbvio, né?
I wouldn't mind a chance to doze off.
This ox cart's bound for the check. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
The indignity of it.
Fine. Out of the car, all of you.
We are none of here. Strike with lightning when we start.
Hang on, that guy. Surely not.
Vai, carroça, sai daqui. Vamos carroça.
I've got a third grip on our foe! Like my left hand. Make haste before I
Filho da puta, viu?
Never regret.
That would... Hard one.
Let us pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try not to slip up again.
I'm not taking any passing.
Shall we bring the medicine we discovered to the doctor over in the rest town? Mayhap he can tell us of its effects. I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me.
There, master, harpies.
Fire!
Vambora.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Any last words?
One of our number is unconscious.
Right where it hurts.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure in this area. The chance to see it.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Shall we bring the medicine we discovered to the doctor over in the rest town? Mayhap he can tell us of its effects. If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Need anything?
Many thanks.
Need anything?
Tô sem dinheiro nenhum, hein?
We have arrived.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again.
Only fools and urchins boast of their kind.
This might be worth a read.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Bloody early. Or a comfy bedroll. Got some business with me, do ye?
Hold up. Someone pays to relieve me.
What's going on? Oh, I can't complain.
Caralho, tá complicado, hein?
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there.
Sentar ali no
Might
banco.
as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Let 'em try and stop it.
Perchance Sir Radcliffe has finished examining the medicine, Master. Let us go and see him.
Apart from my joints, I've naught to complain of.
Sai daqui.
Pray, follow me. Here we are.
Ah, there you are. I must ask, where did you acquire that? To be plain, 'tis more... It has the potential to heal one's ailments, certainly. But only if they could survive. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause... I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and true...
Agora tem que ir lá.
We have sufficient evidence to warrant Lady Elena's arrest. Let us apprehend her and set proceedings in motion. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
What am I supposed to do?
Idleness is a luxury.
I'm dead on my feet. Maybe I'll keep right here.
Oh, the sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore. Shall we climb aboard?
'Twould allow us to save our strength.
This ox cart's bound for... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my jip.
What am I supposed to do about it? You'd think they'd learn by now.
Vamos direto, vai, vamos direto.
This is my fight.
I will protect you. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
You must cleanse yourself with that oil. Post haste.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Drop all your valuables.
Seems we've enemies in our midst.
We have sufficient evidence to warrant Lady Elena's arrest. Let us apprehend her and set proceedings in motion. If you would be so kind as to follow...
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll lighten your...
'Tis a bit far. Perhaps we might employ the services of an ox cart? I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party?
Shall we visit the manor, as the maid bid? Follow me, master. I shall guide you to the location.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Oh, you came. I forget myself. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with her. She is the spitting image of my young. It is my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master,
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to... Would you be willing to lend your assist? Splendid! Thank you.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl.
You seem well. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle where it's possible.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
It's been a hard day. Good day to you.
One never can have too many of these.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter?
You best watch yourself.
How do you do? Yeah? What is it?
A moment's prayer can do a world of good. Is there aught I can help you with? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, he's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid, not even family. No need to worry, though. The Abbess is tending to him personally. I spend my days in quiet reflection. The patients in this room must not be disturbed.
Olha aqui.
Oh, someone help me.
I need...
anotando aqui, mano.
I fear I've much to attend to.
Tem alguma coisa aqui faltando.
We have sufficient evidence to warrant Lady Elena's arrest. Let us apprehend her and set proceedings in motion. Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
This is a place of prayer. What are you doing? Unhand me this.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. It'll suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence you've procured, have come. Pray have this, sir. It is your reward for aiding us in our duty.
Obrigado.
What business have you here?
This place is awful dull. Can't complain.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
As I recall, we have another matter to attend to in this domain.
So many choices. Glad I don't have to make them.
Não vou, mano. Maluco. Vamos procurar a menina lá, vai. Que é a família dela, certeza.
Got to make hay while the sun shines.
I must confess, I'm rather lost. Oh, heavens above, 'twas you, wasn't it? The acts she committed, what do you expect were before the... without the abyss? Forgive me. 'Twasn't... I will do what I can. I must confess, I'm...
'Tis good to see you are well.
Go on, take it.
And such as me.
Nothing ever seems to happen round here.
I spend my days in quiet reflection. I spend my days in quiet
A moment's prayer can do a world.
is too much for one such as me. I fear this trial is too much for one such as me. I can make no sense of this. I fear this trial is too much for one such as me. I fear this trial is too much for one such as me.
Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you. You wanted to ask me? So, this noble boy wants me to... I mean, I don't know. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it...
You don't need a permit to get into Batal. Just hide in the back of an ox cart,
Lead on.
Follow me, if you would.
Life's been pretty kind.
Where's my Kylie? A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Still looking?
'Twas in the... Look, young master.
Indeed. I could be Diana. Will you dress her?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from Melve seemed... She was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a...
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your...
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hope to pack an ant is not only poison the plants.
Caçamos.
Tis good to be reunited.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
Go on, have a...
Look. Many thanks.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
Might as well take a look.
Chessico.
Look, while you're here, eh? I enjoy this work. Keeps me on my toes. Many thanks.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 't weren't so far away.
It seems Master Sebastian is lacking a few supplies. Shall we gather what springs to mind?
Getting proper rest is an important...
Porra.
You'll not believe the journey I've had. I'll...
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well?
treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again. Welcome.
Over here, if you please.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I hear the safest way to get to Melve is to carry something that reeks of...
The lands around Melve are rife with poison. It is not only poison,
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've not... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. Now, I really must...
Take care, young master.
Come back safe!
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procure...
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
I wonder how Master Sebastian and Miss Daphne...
Home at last!
Welcome home.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad. It was a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
A blue sunbright.
Oh no. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Second...
A picture, you say?
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of...
For true? Oh.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress...
Yes. Well, as for me...
All this racket! What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever...
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me.
Certeza
the
que ela é tua
privilege of
mãe.
the note. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you. Come, Diana. I would speak with you.
What was that all about? Mother seemed...
I do wonder what that was all about, though I'm not sure we ought...
'Tis a relief to be home. What was that all about? Mother seemed...
To think the lady... Are all the nobles so kind? I can't wait to tell everybody...
Would you mind coming over here?
What's going on? Doesn't seem right, this.
I'm afraid not.
I took you for a kinder sort than that. Seems you won't be swayed. A shame, that.
'Tis this... I've naught to say to the likes of you. I've naught to say to the
Hold on.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
I've heard there's a means to tell if someone who claims to be a See, there's an oracle up in the palace, whose powers allow her to divine whether the Arisen yet There's only one Arisen in the world. So, although, come to think of it, is that really proof?
Over here, if you please. Looks like we've both got some time on our hands. Pray, follow me.
Tá.
I've heard quinces are native to Batal. Shall we see if we can't find some? Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
It is here that the body... I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence befitting... My days are spent in solemn reflection. Your patronage is...
Mano, não tem o que fazer agora. Eu tenho que descobrir como faz essa quest.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Is there naught being done to make safe the roads? Always a pleasure.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Então, essa aqui Sphinx parente. Eu já posso dispensar.
And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soak.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident.
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use... I dare say I've become...
Hail, Arisen. Do you remember me, perchance?
Oh, you're back. And not a day too soon.
I've just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around them. Worse still, the pawn never knows they're sick. They just become restless and flippant and won't heed the...
Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So if we... Check the price, just remember. Misers die... Many thanks. I appreciate the business. Are you in the market for something in particular? Looking for a craftsman? I'm a master of my trade. Do come again.
There's a ladder here. After you, Arisen.
Só vamos ali no... lá ver a menina, que eu acho que essa quest continua. Vai ter coisa aqui, hein?
No sense of this.
Perhaps you've a moment to spare, and
I thought this prayer was too
I shall gladly aid.
I will do what I can.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
Yeah? What I
This is a place of prayer.
Cadê a menina?
I fear this trial is too much for one such
Vou lá tentar.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Falar. Magistrado. O problema é o seguinte. É que eu não lembro o caminho. Aí eu virei aqui.
Whenever I see so much as a gleam of treasure, I cannot help but want to claim it, however far it may be from our goal.
You too? Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Take that!
Acho que é aqui. Cadê o magistrado? Aqui, ó.
With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, 'twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign in a bid to pass the throne on to his own. Alas, 'twould seem that no matter yet 'tis clear it serves them not. Almost laughably, what can we learn from this? Fine timing. My time in that tenebrous jail has only... I stare at the page, but the letters stubborn. Alas, as I recall, prisoners' possessions are held within the palace storeroom. 'Tis though, as I hear it, masquerades are being held of late. Masquerade. Should you happen to enter the venue, mayhap you would find an opportunity to liberate my... What say you? Would you... I am in your prey. Infiltrate the venue and find the storeroom. My spectacles are...
Quest é... Boa. Aí eu vou fazer amanhã essa quest. 3 horas da 23 live. Boa.